Yo, what up, dog?
What's up, brother?
Dude,
let me see if I can. Let's get this face to face here real quick.
Yeah, dude, I've learned more about Street Fighter 6 in the past 24 hours than anything else I've ever covered before.
Yeah, I bet.
The community really cares about this, and I'm excited to talk about both perspectives. First of all, out of curiosity, are you still pissed? I was really pissed.
I'm still pissed, but
okay, that's all good.
Before we go any further, I definitely am still pissed, but I just want to clear the air about that so that we can move on.
Sure.
Before we go further, let's establish some very important points here.
Sure.
You are a great guy, and I am a great guy.
True. True. I agree.
We've broken bread. We've met each other in person. We have nothing but love and respect for each other, and it should not have even got to this point. We both were complete imbeciles in this situation. No question about it.
Oh yeah,
I shouldn't have responded to you, and you shouldn't have responded to me. We should have went to each other's DMs and said, "What are we doing here?"
Yeah, no, 100%. I got linked your Twitter post your YouTube post, and people were so upset about it. Yeah. Like beyond upset about it. Like I've never once again I've been egged on to make takes before, not to this caliber in a very long time. But people were furious about this, being like, Street Fighter 6 should never have been a collab. And I'm like, all right, well, let's fucking talk into it. Let's see what people are talking about. But yeah, I would like to first and foremost just say, man, I have been in the worst mood I've ever been in a very long time. And
yeah,
I'm not sure if you saw recently, I did a React stream to Legion's calling me out. And Legion's calling Hexjuice out. This was like 3-4 days ago. And that shit made me so fucking angry because I even said, and I told my chat, I don't want to react to this because I know it's going to cause hate their way. And, listen, I'm all for sending hate towards people who I fucking hate. Absolutely. Go for it, man. I'll do that shit all day. But I like Legions. I like Hex. I like you. But, this has just been fucking nuts. So I've done a lot of research in the past 1 hour, and I'm excited to talk about this. And
we can if you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, we can, but I want to establish why I was pissed off in the first place.
Absolutely.
Now, you told me that you saw that Shinya made that comment or whatever in that recent video. You were reacting to my video. You reacted to my video in the same exact fashion that you reacted to it when we butted heads in the past.
Yep.
You were in a bad fucking mood.
True.
Grumpy as shit.
True.
Should have been off stream.
Should have.
And you skipped 85%, brother. You skipped 85% of the video, and then you drew a conclusion that misrepresented my whole entire point of view.
I agree with you. I think I did that 100% because I was skipping because I really didn't want to react to it. And I would agree with that.
And the thing is like, if I'm not there to represent my point of view, then it's just in a way. Although I know you don't intend to do it because you're a React streamer, I take it as it's being done behind my back. And then there's a narrative. Me and you are very influential. There's always a public narrative. And when you do something like that and then misrepresent me, they're going to take that shit and run with it. And by the way, I know you got a lot of hate your way from my video, and I fucking apologize for that.
I thought it was fucking funny as fuck. Don't worry about it.
That's exactly the point of view, though. It's like, at the end of the day, that shit is annoying as well. And the same shit happens to me when you do something like that. In fact, the moment you do something like that, Tech, whatever you say in that video, I immediately start getting as comments in my fucking video.
Absolutely.
And I'm just like, and here's the thing. The sad reality of this is it shouldn't be your responsibility to control what the fuck people say. But at the end of the day, we have influence and we have a responsibility to ensure that influence isn't used in a bad way. But I don't appreciate I'm going to watch Gotcha Smack's video and I'm in a bad fucking mood. I'm going to dismiss every point he's made, and I'm just going to tell him I don't think that's a good idea, and then conclude it as fighting game players don't give a shit about gacha games, and that Street Fighter 6 is not a good collab. When in reality, my whole point of view was Capcom is the good collab. That's why I like the Street Fighter 6 talk. But go ahead. It looks like you want to say something.
Okay, yeah. So I think we're both missing each other's point here real quick. Because first of all, I would like to say that my point of view is not that fighting game players don't give a fuck about gacha games. That's me reading a message from a chatter who's also my friend, and I gave him a, Yeah, true, dude. That's pretty much the whole spark why people think that I don't give a fuck about that. What all I'm saying is I don't think Street Fighter 6 is the best collab for Zenless Zone Zero, and the reason why is a documented failed history of collaborations with former games in the past, which I have with statistical data. And also comparatively with Nier Automata having guaranteed success for multiple games in the gacha sphere. Because like for me, I don't like, now once again, I would like to acknowledge something else. I think your point is correct for very large industries, and I think I have a much more helping smaller industries maximize their spending versus the rewards they reap. But I do think Hoyoverse could just blow fucking money because they have money to fucking blow. But I think I am very much on the let's be the most efficient with our money as possible, and I think that's my pointer. I actually have some numbers pulled up if you want to show. At any point, let me know when we want to get down into it. I have some actual fucking data here to actually show the history of Street Fighter collabs.
No, absolutely. We can look at that, but what
Yeah.
I'm going to say is when you say I didn't say fighting game players don't care about gacha games, only admitted to it. Tech, I can only react to what I see.
Absolutely.
I can only say to what I see. And if you say, yeah, that's what I was thinking too, I'm taking that as an acknowledgement and an admission that you agree with it. You did the same thing on the community post and said, yeah, I think that's a fair take. So when I hear that, I can only react and this is the problem of not talking it out face to face. I can only fucking respond to what I see. I can't respond to what you're thinking right now in real time. You didn't say that at the point. I only saw what you said.
For sure.
Same with the public. So.
And I think it's the same with your community post that you put out 24 hours ago, because I think there's a lot of very disingenuous things as well that I don't think that you believe right now, but you probably wrote.
Give me a point. Give me a point. Go for it. And I'm going to be completely honest. Put pride aside, ego aside. Just give me a point and I'll let you know if I'm being disingenuous. Go for it.
Sure. Yeah, I'll pull it up. So I'm going to read out the community post. I'll give you the reason why I think it's disingenuous, and then we can go over there.
Yeah.
So this was.
And I feel like this is going to be a point of irritation on your behalf. You're defending the irritation on your behalf.
For sure. All right, so Tectone got in his feelings about the reaction and crashed out. I don't think I crashed out, but I definitely was pissed off from pre-existing ordeals that I can't bring up on stream. Okay. For context, he started this shit by sticking his nose in my business by reacting to my video live and allowing his editor to upload it to YouTube on top of that. So first of all, I have nothing to do with more Tectone whatsoever. My editors just grab shit from my stream and they upload it. We don't communicate whatsoever. I also have proof of that.
No, but Tech, hold on. Let's stop here. This is this is not holding yourself accountable. You are giving them admission, and I'm not trying to turn this into an argument. This is factual. You are giving them admission the minute you go live and say anything because you know they're going to take it and put it onto YouTube. Did you see me ever go live and disagree with you publicly at any point in time in the entirety of our relationship?
For sure, but I think it's pretty fair to say that if I wanted that to happen, if I wanted to farm that, I would have put it on my main channel.
Okay, but Tech, you're a big fucking streamer, brother. Streaming to hundreds of thousands of people in a day, not at a time. That is still an impressionable audience that is gonna scatter like fucking Piccolo's scatter ability, and then go and gossip about the shit, and it's gonna be a hindrance and troubling on me.
For sure.
This is all I'm trying to say, Tech, is me and you are influential as fuck, and because we're intelligent, people take our words at face value and run with it. So you have to be responsible with what you're saying on stream. Go for it. Go for it.
So I'm not saying it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I didn't ask for it. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Yeah. I get it. And you know what? To be fair on my half, if it didn't happen to your collection, fine. All I'm saying is, can we at least fucking be careful with how we're doing things on stream when it's regarding me? Because I'm a prideful motherfucker too, Tech. You know that shit. And I have an ego as well. And it's like, if I see that you're going off on something, or you weren't going off. You were in a what I would call is fucking ego. No, not ego. What's the word I'm looking for that describes depressing? Emo. You're emo Tech.
Yes.
I was like, bro's depressed right now, and he's watching my video, and that's at that point where I'm just like, what's going? And the thing is, it's never fucking, and I never see it. It's always brought to me, in which it makes me think, what the fuck else am I missing out on? Is bro doing this shit all the time? What am I not seeing?
No, I rarely ever have bad days, but the last couple days have been very bad. Here's my other point that I hope my editors listen to this as well. There's a certain way in which I react to things to when they're put on More Tectone. I would have never assumed that was uploaded because I wasn't even reacting to your video. I skipped through it. Usually my videos on More Tectone I watch the video in full. So when I'm skipping through it, I would have assumed this was a really bad react. I don't know why the fuck they would have uploaded that. I'm not blaming you, editors, because I'll be real, it got like 40,000 views. That was awesome. But yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. But
it was a really shit react.
And see, and this is where I want to hold myself accountable. And I also want to give myself a credit here. When that shit happens, it is a responsibility. And me and Tech have fucking agreed with this. I address it public. I've always been that way. And that shit went public, so I addressed it public. But I now want to hold myself accountable. When it comes to my boy, who I have his fucking cell phone number and I have his Discord, we should just talk about it instead of fucking doing this public versus public shit. The only exception to the public versus public shit should be when it's a friend. And I failed you in responding to your video and making a complete fool out of you with my response. I completely admit that.
Well, I, once again, I think you can do whatever you want, but yeah, I mean, I think it would be cool. I hate having John with my homies, but it is what it is. I want to finish. I don't think there's anything else in the community post. Let me just read it real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
When I respond to defend myself and correct the premise of the argument, fighting game players do not care about gotcha games. Bro got his ego hurt. No, I didn't get my ego hurt from that point. I got pissed off when I believe you were insinuating that I don't know how marketing works. Because it's kind of my job, and that definitely I wouldn't say ego. That shit pissed me the fuck off. There are rare things that like actually piss me off, but that was one of them.
So if you want, we can get into that because I want to make something clear here. I saw your reaction, and it's just as irritant on my end. And this is where disagreements occur, and we have to be fucking adults about it.
Sure.
There is in no capacity a way, even with the data you reveal, to prove that what you think is the better marketing is the better marketing for Hoyoverse.
Okay.
At the end of the day, this is a subjective conversation.
Absolutely.
That cannot be factually proven until the collab happens, and then the other collab happens, and then we see the actual results.
Sure. I don't think the collab is even happening.
It's not. I saw this shit already.
Yeah.
And I called that in the video you skipped. I said there's two ways this could go about. I said one way is it's not going to happen. They're just going to talk about concepts and how they go about marketing their games and what they've learned from each other, yada, yada, yada. But your black ass skipped that shit. But at the end of the day, it is what it is on that regard. All I'm trying to say here is the data and the whole conversation is purely subjective. There's no facts here, Tech. So when you come at me like, oh, I know more than you, and I'm coming at you like, oh, I know more than you, and it's a subjective conversation, I can feel the internet and like, what the fuck are y'all doing here, guys? What are we doing here?
All right, okay. So let's break this shit down. So I'm a very jaded Hoyoverse player, and I've been playing gacha games for a very long time. And I've seen collaborations that work very well and what don't work very well. Obviously, the things that I show you can't conclude, okay, well, this is the facts. But they can kind of lean towards a certain direction. So I've pulled up some research, and this is kind of what I do for other games, and I figure out, who, like, for example, like when I'm trying to figure out what streamer should get sponsors for what games, you kind of have to understand, for me, like, okay, well, who has the most receptive community to advertisements like this? And that's how you get better crossovers, better downloads, better signups, all that shit. So I've done this shit for a very long time. So it requires a lot of extensive research. And once again, I also want to say Maximilian, dude, definitely has a lot of pull in the community, 100%.
Yeah.
And I'm also a huge fan of him.
I also want to say though, and I get it, and that's fair. What by the way, what he's explaining right now is he's not just pulling shit out of his ass. He does do his due diligence to come up with certain conclusions, which is fair. But Tech, I think you're missing one point here. It's that you think you're arguing against my marketing expertise. You're arguing against Hoyoverse's marketing expertise when they spend all the money to hire the most fantastic experts in the field of expertise. But like, it's like, I think they're wrong. I'm merely in my video, and that's fine. We can get into that. But in my video, I'm merely talking about the psychology behind the move that they did. That is a very real move. They chose that move for a very specific reason. In my video, I'm merely saying, I think this is why they did it. This is why they did it. They wanted to establish a connection with Capcom. Capcom is a massive community, or is a very firm and loyal community to Capcom. Capcom has made ripples in several different genres, and they've done it in the best way possible. Resident Evil is the best horror game. Street Fighter is the best fighting game, or the most renowned. Most renowned. It is the grandfather of it and everything. Devil May Cry is debatably the best and most renowned action game. Debatably. It is.
It's close. I would argue that Smash Bros is a better fighter than Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. What I mean is Street Fighter did it it's the only reason any of these damn fighting games exist.
Yeah, it's
period.
old. Yeah, it's grandfathered, 100%.
And it's all under the same company. And then there's Mega Man, one of the most renowned side scrollers of all time. Then there's Onimusha.
I love Capcom. I love Capcom.
Yeah. So my point in that video was I was trying to say that, I'm merely just interpreting and theory crafting what Hoyoverse is doing this for. I'm saying, they're trying to establish a connection with Capcom so they can do more collaborations in the long term for the longevity of Zenless Zone Zero.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, though, Tech, you're arguing against their marketing experts, not me.
For sure.
I just want to be caught, putting it out there.
Yep.
They got 2 times where they got the best gacha selling games of all time.
Okay.
At the #1 space. That's not by accident, brother. That is definitely hiring genius.
For sure. So I'll get into all this.
Yeah.
And second
Yeah,
of
go
all,
for it.
I would like to say.
Yeah. By the way, thank you for letting me talk all that without interrupting.
Oh yeah, I'm
appreciate
not
it.
gonna do that to you, bro. So the other thing is, Hoyoverse has a very strange marketing team, and also when the point that you're saying now, I did not know that was the point that you were saying at all. From what I saw in the video, that I didn't even see that because I skipped through that shit, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck because I didn't want to react to that shit, and that's what's crazy. I didn't want to react to this shit to begin with, but then chat was like, "Oh, he's saying this," and I'm like, "I don't know about that." Because all I'm trying to
grown ass man though, don't say it's chat that made you react to it. You decided that shit, brother, not the chat.
Well,
I decided to defend myself. I'm just holding us accountable right here. Our fat head asses should have got off camera and said, "What the fuck's going on here, bro? Let's talk about it."
Sure, but you know how it goes. As the largest gacha streamer on the planet, chat gets a little bit out of control, man.
I agree. And you know what? That is an ignorance on my behalf because I don't deal with a chat of that volume.
Yeah, it is.
And this is what I want to set too. When I call somebody ignorant, you goofy ass niggas think ignorant is an insult all the time. Ignorance literally means oblivious at times. I'm completely unaware of the knowledge that he's telling me right now. I don't know what it's like to deal with 6,000 people at once. Maybe that shit is annoying.
For sure. Yeah, it was even worse because it was 9,000 that day. And when everybody's saying react to this or you're a pussy, it gets really fucking irritating.
Conclusive evidence of calling me a pussy about not going to the gym, and I showed up and that was a one guy situation. So I completely understand.
Because the whole reason
was there for that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember that. I hate that fucking word. And people are like, "Oh, you're ducking them. You're ducking them." And I'm like,
yeah, I get it.
So annoying. Okay, so here are some of the things that I want to go about. So the big thing with Hoyoverse is that they have a pretty bad history of doing collaborations. A case in point, the Horizon Zero Dawn collab for Genshin Impact. I don't think anybody, or at least barely anybody, gave a fuck about that collaboration whatsoever. So I really don't trust Hoyoverse's, I guess, collaboration team, as it were. But I want to deep dive into Street Fighter, and I have some graphs pulled up here. I can only use Google Trends. Obviously, I don't have any access to any back-end information. I can only give what the internet's provided to me.
It's fine.
Yeah, take Google. Also, just a disclaimer for anybody watching this: take Google Trends with a grain of salt. So, Street Fighter V and Summoner's War had a collab, and this is when I was still playing Summoner's War. They even sponsored me to cover this. They also did another sponsorship or collaboration event with Assassin's Creed. In 2022, they did a Street Fighter V collab in Summoner's War. And when they did that, which was during the August to early September, Street Fighter V was the one that saw increased relevance, and Summoner's War relevance didn't increase whatsoever, which doesn't look very good. And so then...
I'm fucking, I'll be honest, full-blown ADHD moment. I dozed off. Say this 5 seconds real quick. What was the point?
So the point is that... When collaborating, bringing their game into your game, you would assume that game would increase some big burst in analytics, but the burst...
And where's on the graph that you're showing me again?
Between September, August, like late August, early September, which is right here. And you see the spike for Street Fighter is fucking huge, whereas the spike for Summoner's War isn't really that, I guess, groundbreaking. Right? There's an interview...
Which means that the collab didn't even go past their usual hype. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. And so my whole thing was, and obviously now I understand that you weren't arguing about Street Fighter, you were arguing about Capcom, and I can understand that leads to different facets. My whole thing that I was arguing, which is why I said I don't think, and I've said this multiple times in the video, where I was saying I don't think Smack is wrong. I think we're both justified. I think we're arguing different points. Is that I'm thinking Nier Automata would have been a better collab for Zenless Zone Zero, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I think the genres are a little bit more similar, and I know you have a counterpoint to that, and I'm down to hear that right after. But for Nier Automata, it already has proven success with other gacha games, like en masse, with like 100% success rate across the fucking board. Why do
you think I have a counterpoint to that, by the way?
Because you were talking about how you think fighting games are a lot more similar to Zenless Zone Zero than I might think.
Okay, yeah. I was just saying that's an untapped audience. I don't disagree that
Yeah.
Nier Automata is a fantastic collab, though. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. Because Nier Automata, when they collabed, which I believe was in, for proof here, August 24th, and it went live September 1st, 2023, which should have been, right here. The boost is pretty fucking, I'm trying to target here. Yeah, the boost is very, very, very significant compared to where it once was, just by generating the hype of just the Nier collab coming and them being very, very, very good units, which I think is very good for understanding proven success via other gotchas. Yeah.
No, I get it. My only rebuttal to this, and this is like almost it can't be answered, is if they did the Nier Automata collab, how many of these people, these player bases, are already a part of the Hoyo community? Because it is a mesh that's already occurring. How many of them are already saturated into the community that we are known as, which is the gacha community? Whereas a Street Fighter, you can make a much more larger argument. You can go on a bunch of streams and they're going to be like, what the fuck is a Zenless Zone Zero? You know, and that is the definition of unsaturated and being able to be a audience that can be captured.
For sure.
Whereas with Nier, it's like, go ahead.
Yeah, I think there is a justifiable opportunity cost for going after markets that are smaller with perhaps not as much as interest in each other to see if they can tap an untapped market. But for me, like for the games that I've worked with, I just want to make sure this is gonna work. And we're spending as the least amount of money as possible. But once again, I know you said that they got money to blow. Fuck it. Just fucking spend it. Absolutely.
They got money to blow. And at the end of the day, like I said, you could be right. Fuck,
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be right. It's subjective, man.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, this shit is goofy as fuck.
Yeah.
But your grumpy ass reacting to my video made me fucking respond, bro.
Yeah. I know. I'll make you a promise. If I'm ever grumpy again, I won't pull up your video.
Do not pull up my videos.
I got you, man. 100%.
And that's the only real issue here. And the final thing that pissed me off is I told you I was down to talk after 7:30 2 days ago, and your black ass went live. By the way, I say black ass all the time. Even if you're not black, I'll say black ass.
Yeah. Wait, let me just. Did that actually happen?
I did. I told you. I straight up said It was when you told me I ended stream if yada yada yada, whatever. I'm not gonna mention that shit. But you basically,
I'm stupid. I didn't even see that. I'm stupid. I didn't even see that.
Straight up said we can talk whenever you want to talk at any time. And that really hurt me, Tech, because I was like, I'm waiting on your ass to hit me, and instead you go live, react to the video, upload it to YouTube, and then when I put a post out saying, "Nigga, it's time to square up," you go, "Let's talk." You know what I mean?
No, that's hey, Jen, I'll admit that. That's on me, bro. This thing, if I've done this shit twice, that's on me.
This is the miscommunication, man. Yeah. That's why I say we need to talk it out. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to talk to this man, and this bro goes live and says, "Nah, fuck you, nigga. I'm gonna go ahead and control this narrative real quick."
Hey, chat, that's on me, bro. I own that. That is on me, absolutely.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Man. That's what I mean, bro. Like, I know there's no way I'd have bad blood with you talking in person, dog. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But
dude,
like, I was livid when you did that shit.
I don't blame you, bro. Dude, I was pissed too because my head was clouded 100%. This is good though.
No, it is good, bro. At the end of the day, Tech, I said it in my video, despite disagreeing with you. I know how intelligent you are. A lot of these motherfuckers don't because they buy into your persona on stream. I've seen you many times orchestrate a narrative in such a seamless manner that I know the degree of intelligence you have. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if you come on my reaction and try to put it in a way like, Smack doesn't know what he's talking about, I'm gonna come back, bro.
Good.
Every time.
And I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. I have to be held accountable.
Anyways, man, I don't have nothing else to say about it. Again, I
got one more thing.
Go for it.
Yeah, so Street Fighter 6 has done collabs as well with other games, and they have failed massively. Like, for example, the Spy X Family Street Fighter 6 collab was met with, controversy would be an understatement. And that's why I really, once again, I know you weren't arguing this now, but I don't really trust the Street Fighter 6 poll because of their inconsistencies and being able to deliver on their own collabs for their own games because people hated this fucking shit. And, I'm pretty sure that's all there is to be said.
I mean, I'm not even informed, so I'm taking you at face value there. All I was excited about was Chun-Li, Cammy, and then Capcom.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Like, and I watched EO's video on it where he gave a very neutral stance, and he was saying how they might not collab with Chun-Li or any of them, but what they could do is take the model and inspiration of Chun-Li and just make a Chun-Li copy in their game. And I'm like, well, even that would be genius, because then that makes sense with the round table talk inspiration. They're not collabing with Street Fighter. They're just taking their fucking ideas and putting them in their game.
Yeah, I think the only problem is that you're listening to EO and he has some of the worst takes I've ever heard, but hey, that's okay, man.
But look, see, Tech, I have to hold you accountable again. That shit is a bad rep for EO when you do that. Even though it's a joke, there are people who buy into that, Tech. And that's what I'm saying. If EO falls out with you, understand he has every right to fall out with you, bro.
Hey, I hope he does, man. I need more videos, to be honest.
That's you have to be aware of this shit, bro. Like me, I'm telling you, I'm the type. I'm gonna clap back when somebody says that, because I just said that to thousands of people. Now I gotta say something, and you just have to be aware of it. Now I get it, man. Hey, at the end of the day, you're a grown ass man. You handle your own business, but some people don't like that shit. That's all I'm saying.
For sure. Yeah. No, I got a bad habit from hanging out with Mizkif too much. You know, Mizkif did a stream where he was live in front of 40,000 people when he called me a pedophile.
Yeah. See, like Tech.
That's wild. Is that not wild?
I don't know, Miz, but I would have pulled up at his house. Knocked on the door. Don't be looking for me, nigga. I'm at your house.
Yeah, hey.
Like, that is not okay, man.
Oh, don't worry, man. I went off on his ass, bro. I went off on his ass.
Bro, that shit is a fire in California, a forest fire in California, man. And it's like that you can't joke. Like, okay, I get it. It's all fun and giggles until well, you got the whole goddamn world at your door saying you're a pedophile.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that shit was
That's
a fucking
precisely why I don't comment on a lot of those dramas, because I don't know what the fuck's going on with those people's lives or what narratives are being spun or anything. Anyways, man, I ain't got nothing else to talk about, brother. If you want to talk about something, go for it. But admittedly, Tech, I couldn't even play my 1.1 live stream of Wuthering Waves because I was so fucking pissed off at you. I still haven't touched the fucking update, Jack. I was just sitting in this bitch mad.
Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. You know how it goes. Yeah, sometimes I talk shit, but yeah, it was good. I think that's pretty much it. I think I'll do you the favor of whenever I react to your videos again, I'll one, make sure I'm in a good mood, and two, I'll make sure I watch the entire thing.
And here's the thing, Tech. I want to be clear. You can fucking disagree. Just make sure you're not misrepresenting my point of view before you fucking disagree, because then it just comes off as all I said was Street Fighter 6 is the best collab, and I'm just like, bro, that sounds goofy as shit.
Yes. As long as you know, you did say that.
I know, but then you know me, I like to ramble, and then I go into another point and another point and another point.
Yeah, because I did the same.
Because of Capcom. Yeah. Go ahead.
And I said the same thing where I said, that's crazy that we have this.
Fair.
Because I said
that's fair.
Yeah, I said the exact same thing.
I get where you're going with it. I get where you're going with it. I know what you're about to say. You're about to say, I literally said this could work, but it couldn't. But yeah, fighting game players don't give a fuck about gotcha games.
Yeah, because at the 25, and I want Chad to see this, at the 25-second mark, I literally say this, and I'll explain why that is. Hold up, 20-second mark, I say this exact sentence. I feel like that's a fair statement, which is fighting game players don't care about gotcha games. I say that's a fair statement. And then I say, for this part, I feel like this is fair to say. And I'll explain why that. And then I say fighting game players don't care about gotcha games, and I'll explain why. And then I go to the 3-minute and 25-second mark, and then I explain why I said that, which is then
that
what
is a
might
fair statement.
actually realize
I'll go ahead and defend
due to the fact
self. That is essentially you getting at, you took one statement that I said and fixated on that one statement.
Yeah.
And you could have just listened to the entire statement. That's
absolutely
fair.
Yeah.
That's completely fucking fair.
Yeah. Because that in fact is not the exact way that I felt, and I think it's just hard, man. Our careers are hard to make sure that we're saying everything the exact way that we want to say it every single time. But yeah, it is what it is. I will admit, did you see? I'm not sure. Were you getting those comments flooding on your shit too, being like Tectone called you out, Tectone called you this, or were you not getting any of those?
All I was getting is two grown ass men arguing. Wow, you a grown ass man arguing with another grown ass man. Like, wow, grow the fuck up. Wow, what a child. I'm unsubscribing. I don't care about this drama. Yeah, whatever, bro. All kinds of shit. And then people who think they're better than us because we got in a fucking misunderstanding, like they're perfect human beings. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. You wouldn't last 3 seconds in our seats.
True. I agree. So let's think. So the last time this happened, I believe, was A year and 3 months ago.
Honkai Star Rail's definitely been out longer than a year, so definitely.
All right, so let's do this again. August 2025. Yeah, it'll probably happen again in the year.
Hey, Tech, I'm gonna go on record and say it. I love you. You are a brother of mine, and you are not my fucking enemy. I was just pissed off at how things went, and we should have fucking talked about it.
I
Not
agree.
on stream, off stream.
I agree. Yeah, I love
don't
you
think
too,
any
dog.
of this would've happened.
I don't know how I missed that DM. I feel very bad. That was actually I didn't read that till just now, so I'm still feeling a little bit sentimental because I really appreciate that.
It's fine. I was like, damn, I was fucking hurt. Man. I was like, this nigga ignored me and then went live.
Yeah, no, I can see how that looks really bad. But just to be fair, right? Oh god, this is gonna be so. I hate saying shit like this. I get so many DMs in a day. I miss them quite often. I even have 4 people who help run my DMs, and even I still miss DMs. It just sucks because I think my problem is I'm gonna virtue signal here a little bit. I think the problem is that when I make statements like I will help any small streamer grow their channel.
They take it literal.
Yep, and then I get hit up by hundreds and thousands of people pretty much nonstop, and it's really fucking terrible. But it is what it is. I'm gonna give this an official my bad. Didn't see the message. Misunderstood your video.
Same right here. I shouldn't have fucking defended my man public and tried to attack his reputation or any of that degree. We're both fucking idiots in this situation, like I said. I will say though, fuck this whole chat. If you want to talk about whatever the hell you're going through off stream, I would love to talk about it, Tech. I got a boy coming over tonight. My girl's out of town. It'd be fucking awesome. And we could play Supervive, which you fucking stood me up on that one, and it was a great game.
Okay, so I was waiting for that. Wait, did you invite me to play that and I didn't respond to that either?
You didn't respond to that either, bro. And it's all good. Yep. See, guys, he's a real scumbag off screen.
No, there's no way I was waiting for that. No, dude. You know what's crazy? That means I stood up 2 people because do you know Avalie May or no?
No, I don't.
Oh, Avalie May, she's really big in video game. Well, E3, one of the biggest hosts in E3. Yeah, she invited me to play Super Vive too, and then I stood her up too. And
Tech, it is a ball. I'm not kidding. You have to play it. I still have the codes. You don't have to play with me. Just play whenever you want to. You will fucking love it,
dude. You know what game I've been jonesing on right now? Have you ever played Vampire Survivors?
No.
Oh
Wait,
my
yes.
God.
Yes. Yeah, no, Asmongold is the only reason I played that game.
Dude, they made a Vampire Survivors mode for League of Legends, and it's one of the best games I've ever played.
Vampire Survivors mode for League?
Yeah, and it's 4-player.
Holy shit, that's crazy. Wait, 4-player, how's that work?
Right, exactly. Dude, try it. It's really fucking good. It's coming to live servers soon. I got public, I got the PBE access, and yeah, it's fucking fire. But yeah.
That reminds me of this game I played way back in the day. I don't know if it was like PlayStation 1 or 2. It was 4 different classes. It wasn't like Vampire Survivors, but it was a survival game. And you had different guns. You had different guns and zombies would come after you.
Left 4 Dead?
No, not Left 4 Dead. I don't think that's terrible. I'm not going to remember it. It was one of those games that is a hidden gem that people probably forgot about. That's so fucking unfortunate.
Hold up. Okay. Killing Floor?
Not Killing Floor.
Crimson Land.
So it's not that kind of game. It was the kind of game where you would go through creepy fucking towns. It wasn't like Left 4 Dead, like survive until you never survive again. It had levels and shit.
Zomboid.
Oh my god.
Project Zomboid.
No, I'm looking at chat. They're not getting it.
Oh fuck.
That's all right. Hey, I'll bring it up another day. But Back for Blood sounds like that might be it.
Nah, Back for Blood was shit. Back for Blood was so bad. There's no way that's it.
All right, I know you're busy, man. You got to get back to your stream, brother. I'm truly fucking happy that we talked about it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been this stressed out about another content creator.
Hey, to be honest, I was stressed as fuck too. I was like, oh god, I was like, what does he mean he ain't gonna pull punches? Wait, what is he? What is bro about to say?
That's why I want to tell this to y'all that in this whole tech can get back to fucking entertaining you guys. This is why I said this on my most recent post. Sleep on it, bro. Fucking sleep on it. Do not try and talk to somebody when you're in a fucking state of mind where you don't have clarity. Sleep on that. I woke up the next day like, damn, I was tripping, bro. Let me talk to this motherfucker real quick.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that. I had some pretty crazy stress too, but it's very TMI.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. Like I say, I'm down to talk about it. You know, damn well I'd never put any of your business out there. I think I've proven that. But hey, if it's that's your call. Hell.
Yeah, 100%. Well, yeah, bro, I appreciate you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Take care, man.
Yeah, you too. Peace. Yeah, I'll be real. So what I was gonna say was I was trying to jerk off last night, but I was so stressed because this shit was smack because I was actually very worried that I hurt a friend's feelings that I got erectile dysfunction. Yeah, like I just couldn't jerk off. It was bad, man. It was bad. It was good. I'm glad we hashed that out. Yeah, I think it was just a classic case of I misunderstood him, he misunderstood me. It is what it is, and yeah, I can't believe I missed that DM, and that makes me very sad. He sent me a very, very, very nice DM, and I cannot believe that I missed that. And I think, you know, it is what it is. Well, good. As I said, and as we both said, no matter what, you're never going to get me to not like Gotcha Smack. I will admit, I do think this was majorly, and I'm going to just keep it a buck, man. I think this was majorly a community problem. That's my opinion, bro. I was goated. He was goated 1 million fucking %. And, yeah. Oh, well. Hey, yo, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next video. Peace.